How can we understand this? I think Governor Newsom said it best. What the hell is wrong with us, America? And that's where we begin as we welcome you to CBS This Morning. It's a terrible story where the flags are at half staff at the White House this morning after yet another horrific mass shooting in this country. We don't yet know why a transit employee opened fire at a rail yard yesterday in San Jose. We do know that he killed at least 9 of his coworkers and that several others were wounded here. This is the shooter. He is 57-year-old Sam Cassidy. His ex-wife says that he had a temper. Police say that he killed himself as they rushed in. Jamie Yuccas is in San Jose with more on the story. Jamie, there have been at least 62 mass shootings in this country in the month. What do we know about the victims in this particular tragedy?
Well, Gayle, many of the victims were longtime employees of the transit agency, including one who started in 1999. They were bus and light rail operators, mechanics, linemen, and a manager. For more than a year, these employees worked through the dangers of the pandemic, only now to fall victim to a mass shooting. Family members at this reunification site wailed after waiting nearly 12 hours only to learn their loved ones were among those killed in Wednesday's shooting.
We lose the good person. He's a very good person in our family.
Tuptejdeep Singh was one of those killed. He worked as a light rail operator for roughly 9 years and leaves behind a wife and 2 small children. Coworkers told his family the 36-year-old pushed one of them into a room to hide from the shooter, then frantically started warning others.
He just saved her, and then after that, he go towards the downstairs, you know.
Shots rang out at the Valley Transportation Authority at around 6:30 in the morning Wednesday as workers were changing shifts.
Train 31, someone shooting right outside the door.
A law enforcement source tells CBS News workers had gathered for a union meeting when the shooting started. They were heard yelling, "Run, hide, fight." Officers were on scene almost immediately. They entered the building and encountered the alleged shooter, Sam Cassidy, who took his own life. Glenn Hendricks is chair of Valley Transportation Authority.
Never in my wildest dreams did I ever think something like this would occur.
Cassidy, a 57-year-old transit employee, lived nearby. A neighbor's doorbell camera shows him leaving the house Wednesday morning with a large black duffel bag. Shortly before he allegedly began shooting, a fire erupted at his home. Police suspect arson and later found hundreds of rounds of ammunition inside. Cassidy's ex-wife, Cecilia Nelms, says he struggled with a temper.
That was one of our biggest problems. He was very quiet, keep things to himself.
The violence waged here now representing the 7th workplace shooting this year.
When they said goodbye to their spouse this morning, their husband, they didn't mean goodbye forever. They meant goodbye until dinner time.
And that's the toughest part. Adrian Baeza was another victim in this shooting. His wife tells us she's heartbroken. Her 2-year-old son will have to grow up without his father. She says Baeza couldn't wait until their son was old enough to take him fishing. And now she's devastated. He won't get to watch him grow up. Authorities have not said what the motive behind this was. They also did not say what type of weapon was used or if the suspect got the weapon legally. Anthony?
Our condolences to those families in San Jose, Jamie. Thank you.